Okay guys, got going on today some homemade Kansas City barbecue sauce. That's right, grandma's recipe. 27 ingredients in there, dry and wet ingredients. So we've been simmering that for about 30 minutes and it is good to go. Just shut the fire off right there. Okay, and I've got a big pot of boiling water because while the sauce is still hot, you want to boil your mason jars and get ready because we are going to seal them up. We got a brand new shipment of jars in. These are really nice ball jars with the permanent seals in the rings. So we'll boil those jars off, sanitize them real good, and then we'll have the barbecue sauce put in there hot, put the seals and rings on, and then put them back in the boiling water where the water covers the lids, and boil them off, and then take them out and set them on these trays over here. And then you can store that stuff unrefrigerated, guys. You can store this barbecue sauce for years once it's sealed. And after you open the jar of sauce, then you need to put it in the refrigerator, but it keeps really well. Kansas City sauce is a tomato-based tangy sauce, so it's got quite a bit of vinegar in it and salt, which are both preservatives, right? And then one of the key ingredients to Kansas City barbecue sauce, I will tell you, I'm not going to give you the full recipe of course, but molasses is very important to Kansas City barbecue sauce. Gives it that sweetness without just the sugar sweetness. It's the molasses sweetness, and it gives it that thickness too as well. All right guys, stay tuned. We're going to finish up this barbecue sauce and get her all canned and sealed. Okay guys, we're sanitizing our jars, lids, and seals. 10 minutes. Simmer them for 10 minutes. And we're going to take them out, put them up here. Then we'll get ready to put our sauce in the jars, and then put the jars back in the water with the sauce in them to complete the seal. All right, stay tuned. Okay guys, we're getting everything sanitized, all the rings and seals, all the jars, everything's nice and hot. Getting ready to fill and put the lids and stuff on, and then like I say, you got to boil them again after the sauce is in. You need a 30-minute simmer. Make sure you get a good seal, right? Get a good seal. And so we'll show you that process here at the end. Very critical. Also, you want your barbecue sauce or whatever you're canning to be really hot when you put it in the jars. Okay? So we got the sauce simmering, bringing it back up to temperature. Everything you want to be hot when you put your full jars of whatever you're canning. You may be just doing tomato sauce or salsa, whatever you're canning, and that's what we call it, canning, even though it's jars. You want your product to be really hot when you put it in your jars. Put the lids on, and then put them in the boiling water for 30 minutes, right? Simmering water. Everything needs to be hot, guys, okay? These last bottles are ready to come out, bottles and seals. I'll get them out of there. Here we go. Okay, guys, when you're putting your seals and lids on, the sauce is extremely hot, the jars are hot, right? So I have some excellent handling gloves here. I recommend you get some yourself. After you get the sauce in the jar, right, with your ladle fill process, right? That's how we fill our jars. Then you want to make sure the rims are clean. I just use paper towel and just really go over the rims, guys. Make sure there's no sauce on the rims, right? You can do inside the rim, and you want your sauce about a 1/2 inch low. You don't want them too full. 1/2 to 1/4, as long as they're not full, right? All right, so I'll get this last seal on, and then we're gonna put them back in the water for 30 minutes, right? Now, when you tighten them down, just tighten them real hard by hand, like say, get some really good gloves where you can handle the hot jars. Just a nice snug hand tight, right? They're all hand tight. All right, let's get this last one sealed, get them in the bath. All right guys, we got them all full, 1/2 to 1/4 inch lower than full. Got the seals, cleaned all the rims, made sure the seals went right on the clean glass, and a nice snug hand tight on the rims. Okay, snug hand tight. Now we're going to drop them in there. I got my handy little basket here, right? I can do 7 at one time, guys. 7 at one time. Here we go, into the bath. And that's it, guys. You just want to make sure that your water is over the top, right? So you can see the water is over all the lids. That's all. Some people say, oh, you need 2 inches of water over. As long as the water's covering all the lids and seals, you're good to go, okay? The little baskets make it nice and easy so you don't have to handle them one at a time. I'll let them go 30 minutes. You can see it's just boil at a simmer. You don't need to do a roll and boil, just a nice simmer like that, right? Nice and hot. 30 minutes, guys. Then we'll take them out of there, right? All at one time with the basket lift. And we'll turn them upside down, flip them over, and then they'll seal. And you keep this stuff for a year minimum, probably a couple years in your pantry without having to worry about any contamination, right? No matter what kind of sauce you're doing, what kind of food you're doing, this is the canning process, guys. I guarantee you it'll work. Now, after you open your product, then you need to refrigerate it, right? Then you've got, depending on the product, whether it's got preservatives in it like salt and vinegar, right? If it's got that in it, even in the refrigerator, it'll keep for months, right? So barbecue sauce keeps really, really well, and we don't do large jars. So once you open it, put it in the refrigerator, you're going to use it all before you have to worry about anything. All right, guys, stay tuned. We still got more sauce. I got to do some more canning. And don't worry about the mess when you're doing all your bottle fill. If you got sauce on the outside of your jar, it's not going to matter. You're going to cook it all off. Just make sure you clean all the rims before you put the seal on. Make sure you get a nice tight lid, right? That's it, guys. You know, guys, in the modern era, it just seems to me that people try to overcomplicate things, especially online through social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, right? I mean, traditionally we had handwritten recipes, right? And instructions, very thorough written instructions, right? So this is why my mother always canned, regardless of what she was canning. Made incredible homemade tomato sauce, right? So much cheaper than buying canned goods. You know what I mean? And just, you could make full meals. You could make chicken gumbo with all the ingredients in it. Cook it off and do this exact same thing that we've done with barbecue sauce. Seal it up, put it in the pantry. You got food ready to eat for years, right? So, I don't know. Okay, wait, 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes after the sauce is in the jars. And again, you know, you're working with very hot water, so be careful. I like this little setup here where I can get all the jars out of there at one time, right? So 30 minutes in a nice simmer boil, not a rolling boil, but a nice simmer. You simply put them upside down, guys. That's all this stand them up and listen to them pop stuff. I don't know. I mean, I searched YouTube and watched a couple of videos, and I was like, what are these people? Why are they making it so complicated? So we got extremely hot sauce in extremely hot jars with fresh seals, rims, and everything. You know, the jars were sterilized before we started. Now I've only got 2 left, so I can do 7 jars at a time in my pot, right? So I've got 14 there, and I've got two more. So you don't really need the basket on just 2. I'll just drop those in there. Now you do need to cover, add a little bit more water, because I don't have the weight of all 7 jars now, right? So that's something that, you know, is kind of a detail that maybe I didn't give earlier, but I did tell you need the water over the top of the lids, right? So I'm going to add a little bit more water, crank up the heat because the water's not going to be as hot as the water we currently got. Right, crank up the heat, add a little bit more water. You know, today we're doing my grandma's recipe of homemade authentic Kansas City barbecue sauce, but again, it doesn't matter what fully cooked product you're using. Jumbo, you know, I'd say any recipe. All right, so now we got water over the top. That's all we need. You don't need to put a lid on or anything. Just let it 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. So now you can see these are extremely hot because we just took those out, but these back here, They're cooled quite a bit. Well, there you go, guys. Guaranteed sealed. You don't have to worry about all this listening for popping nonsense. Turn them upside down. The pressure, the weight of the product, the liquid there, is going to ensure that you get a good seal. Remember, you got to hand tight really snug before you put them in the water, right? So if you don't have good hot gloves to work with, and just, you know, use a bandana or something to hold the hot jar and make sure you get a good snug, right? So none of your sauce is leaking out. I mean, we've already done 14 jars. You can see there's no barbecue sauce in the water, right? So nothing leaked out, and these are extremely hot, right? And that pressure, they're going to seal. I guarantee you there's no missed seals at all. I think sometimes we just need to simplify and go back to the old recipes, the way Mom and Grandma used to do it, right? So I actually had 4 more jars sanitized and ready to go, but I didn't have enough product. We only had 2 more on this final batch. So, you know, here's some of the tools they come with, right? You can turn them over and handle them when they're hot, right? Right? So that's, you know, just a little standard kit, right? You got the basket here. You got those. You can buy these anywhere, buy them online. Also comes with the this one here, right? Which is really important. You know, if you're doing individuals and you don't have the basket, pull them in and out with that deal, right? Again, just as long as there's water over the top of your seal. And then this one here is kind of a magneto if you need to pick up your new seals, right? That's what that tool's for. And this little one here you can, you know, scrape with, and you can also measure the depth. But I mean, that's not really necessary. As long as you don't overfill them, you're good. That's it, guys. That's the whole little kit there, right? Not complicated. Not complicated at all. 30 minutes, a nice simmer. Now I may go a little bit more because I added water, so I may go 40 minutes on this one, just to ensure, right, that I know when I turn these puppies upside down scalding hot, they're all sealed. They're all going to seal. Trust me. There's no question. No question. When they're completely cool, I may come back on and do a final follow-up there on, you know, to show you. But I mean, you can already see these have cooled down. I mean, they're real slow to cool down. You think about how hot they are. The sauce was already hot when I put them in the jar. The jars were hot because they were sanitized and boiled. The seals were sanitized and boiled. The rims were sanitized and boiled, right? Screw downs, right? So, and then snug them down. So put the hot sauce, everything's hot, and then you do another 30 minutes in a simmering boil. They're extremely hot when you turn them upside down like that. They're still cooling off back here. But that's the guaranteed seal. That's it. You got to have extremely hot. Everything hot. You don't put cold sauce or cold food into a cold jar and then put them in hot water. That, you know what I mean? That's it, guys. That's the old methodical, simple way. Thanks for watching. Have you subscribed? It's free. There's no ad pop-ups, anything on this channel. Thanks for watching. Well, all right, guys, that's it. The last 2 have went a full 40 minutes just to make sure. These are kind of handy, these grabbers here. So that should be 16, I believe. It's worth investing in some good hot gloves. They're using, you know, oven mitts are kind of awkward, and you don't want to mess around with something that's scalding hot, right? To me, it's worth it. I mean, these are really good, real leather hot gloves, right? Just want to spin them over. There we go. 5 in a row, 15 in one single. 16 jars of barbecue sauce. That's it. They are hot now. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. The old way of doing it. I guarantee you it'll seal every time. Keep everything nice and hot, nice and sterile. Simmer boil for 30 minutes after the product is inside the jars with the seals and the rim lids all tightened down snug. Guaranteed, guys. It'll work. Whatever food you're wanting to can, you can do it just like this. Whether it's canned stewed tomatoes or a fully cooked meal, right? So let me show you the seal here. Hang on a second. I'll bring it one right back. Again, to me, things can get overcomplicated in the digital world that we live in today with all the instructions and all the how-to videos, right? Let's go back to the old school handwritten recipes with instructions. No movement on the lid. See that? You cannot move that seal lid. It won't go in, it won't come out. It's stuck in position. That means it is sealed, right? It is sealed. So that's the test. Touch it, make sure it's not moving. You know it's sealed. You don't need to leave them stand up and wait for them to pop. Better off putting them over, right? And letting that pressure go down and it'll seal. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace and love to everyone. Thanks for watching Teacher Thomas Thailand YouTube channel cooking video playlists. KC Masterpiece. Homemade. Aroy ma.